Alright kids, welcome back to the shop. Today we're going to make a wedding band from a Gale skid loader bushing. I hope I pronounced that right. I found this on a job site, and the reason I know it's from, at least I think it's from that kind of a vehicle, is there's a serial number right here. And it actually has a GL on it, and it's 0000, 4 zeros and an A. So I did some searching on the internet, and that's what I came up with. Now the reason we're doing this is for some reason my wedding band shrunk. Yeah, I keep it in a drawer. I don't wear it all the time, but look, it doesn't fit anymore. So I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but there's actually gold that is shrinking gold, and apparently my wedding band was made from that. Now, not wanting to give in to that and have this refitted, I 3D printed a couple wedding bands. I didn't show that because you guys, you just don't like my 3D printing videos. And the funny thing is I've lost these, but I just keep printing them. They're only pennies. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to turn this into a wedding band. I think I could do a pretty good job. This is a, I don't know what it's called. I call it a ring kit. Ring size or tool, including rings. And you know where I got it, my favorite place, Amazon. So after you know, just fiddling around here, I figured out I needed a 10 would fit, or a 10 and a half, I think it was. It would fit fine, but this actually sizes out to be a 12. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with an 11. And an 11, so here let me show you. I have it written there, but so it's 0.822 equals an 11. 0.842 equals a 12. And that's just me measuring it with my calipers. So that's the numbers we're trying to hit, anywhere in between this. And I don't know if I said that. This actually sizes out to be a 9 3/4. This is a 9 3/4. So that'll give you an idea of how much this gold actually shrunk. So I'm hoping with this that this bushing isn't a shrinking bushing. All right, enough of the nonsense. Let's measure this bushing. The inside diameter is 0.778 and the outside diameter is 0.993. So that's a difference of 0.218. Remember, our target number is 0.822. So the difference between 0.822 and 0.778 is 0.044. So we have to take off 44 thousandths from the inside diameter. So I have plenty of material to remove enough from the inside diameter and also enough material to clean up the outside. The way I will hold this, you know, I'll put this in the chuck and I'll take my boring bar. There's no carbide tip on it yet, but I'll take my boring bar and it'll be in the chuck, and I'll just take a light pass, a bunch of light passes, okay? Now, and once I get it cleaned up and I have to start working on the outside of it, obviously I can't hold it in the chuck. What I'll end up using is an expanding mandrel. And the way this works is you put this on like this. I don't have my Allen out. I had it here. And you turn this screw and this expands and it grabs it, and then you can work on the outside of it. So as it stands for now, like I said, I know that's a lot of yapping, but we're at the point now where we're going to go clamp it in the lathe, and let's bore this. Alright guys, after reviewing the footage, I realized that the tool post was blocking the boring operation. So I wasn't able, you guys couldn't see it. So what I did was I chucked a piece of aluminum in here and I'm going to give you an idea of how that boring process worked. You see it's a little out of whack. And that was the idea. That's all I was doing. Okay, so once I did that, then I would take my bore gauge. Okay, and what you do is you put this in like this. And see, this locks it here. And you get it close, you lock it, you pull it out. And then what you do is you take your dial calipers, hopefully you guys can see this, and then I was measuring it. You know, usually using micrometers, but what I was doing wasn't that critical. So in this case it's 1.347, and then that's all I kept doing when I would take the measurements. You know, like I said, you could loosen this, squeeze this in, and then you can release it. But anyhow, that's what I was doing. It was it's a no-brainer. All right, back to the video. Drink another one. Can you see it? So we were going between 822 and 842. We were 829. So I'm going to say that's going to work. All right, let's pull this thing out of the chuck and see how it fits. This thing fits good. Let's turn it into 2 rings. All right, I measured this thing. It's 0.431. And I'm thinking half of that would be good. So we're going to make it 0.215. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on the mandrel. And that's how I'm going to turn this down. So remember, I did want to take a couple skim coats here, clean that up, and that's probably what I'm going to do. So let's get this thing tightened up. Let me show you how this works. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, I turned this down. Oh, shit. I just realized that. Son of a bitch. I'm in between mandrels here, look. Ah! This one won't expand enough. Hey Dave, who didn't see that coming? After taking a bunch of measurements, I decided to turn the bigger mandrel down to the size I needed. Alright, let's get this turned down. That's the only thing I can do. Alright guys, we got to take off 59 thousandths. Okay, that's going to work. Let's clean up the outside diameter. I just make a couple passes here to clean it up. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I want to make 2 rings. They're going to be 2 different styles as far as like finish. And so if I take my parting tool here, okay, there we go, we're set up. Let's part this off. Let's hope for the best. I should have 2 rings. You guys hear it? Okay. I love when shit comes together here. Clean these up. See how we did. It fits. Haha, man, it's starting to look pretty good. There's a lot of burrs in there, and it's hurting like hell. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna gnarl this one. We'll do that, and we'll chamfer it, clean it up. And then this one, I think I'm just gonna polish it. So I'll have two. All right, I'm just gonna break this edge here, ease the edge. I should be able just to go in here. Let's see. I like it. I like it a lot. Now this is always a crapshoot. What you guys should know from watching my videos and other people's videos. That's why people make these things. Because it is always, always a crapshoot. There we go. Sort of, kinda. I like it. So let's go one more time. I'm gonna crash my tool here. That looks good. That looks real good. We're gonna leave that. Look at that. I love this thing. Can you guys see that? It looks really good. Turned out nice. Alright guys, I have these real fine files. These needle files. Someone gave these to me. I don't even know. Sorry. But I've had them a long time. But I just worked around filing it and then sanding it. And what I like about this is, again, you guys probably can't see it. There's the serial number. So this here, the serial number's still on there. I could buff it up some, but man, I'm digging it. I really am. So now let's go to the lathe and let's clean up the other one, which that one I'm going to keep the same. I'm just going to chamfer up some of the edges. This has the factory chamfer on it like the other one, but I think I'm just going to I'm going to chamfer both edges. I'm going to try to put more of a pronounced chamfer on this one. It actually moved out. I like it. Okay, this is good. Okay. There we go. Look at that. I like it. I like both of them. Look at that. You guys see that? Turned out good. I'm really happy with that. The inside still has some sharper edges on it. I don't want to mess with it. But that looks good. Here's the other one. I like that one too. I like them both. What do you guys think? Leave a comment. Alright, there we go. 2 rings made from a a bushing from a piece of machinery. They turned out nice. This is my original band. This was the 3D printed one, and these are the two I just made. Now, something to keep in mind, guys. You know, you heavy equipment guys out there and motorheads, you come across some old bushings, send them to me. I'll make you a ring. All right. As always, leave comments. Let me know what you think. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe.